See. Okay. So our song, Be Bold, Be Strong, is all what our whole Bible lesson is about today. So if I ask a question and you want to answer, just raise your hand. You guys can probably unmute because there's not too many of you. So just raise your hand and that'll help with confusion on who to call. So is there anybody who is afraid of something? What is something that makes you afraid? Trying to see. Okay, you got it. Lachlan. Is it Lachlan? Did I get the name right? What is something that makes you afraid, Lachlan?
Fireworks.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Fireworks. How about you, Maggie?
The dark.
Oh, yes. The dark. Yeah. Linnea.
Spiders, not
The dark.
fireworks.
The dark. Spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor?
Snakes.
Snakes.
Ooh, snakes. That's a good one, too. Well, our story today is about a guy named Joshua. And he was afraid, but God gave him a very important job to do. So the people of Israel had been set free from Egypt. You may remember the story of Moses, maybe not, going across the Red Sea, if you've heard that one. Well, after they crossed the Red Sea, they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Can you imagine wandering around, sleeping in tents for 40 years? Oh my gosh, that's half of a lifetime for some of us. But God brings them to a town where there are people who are doing some not so nice things. And God wants them to take the town and teach them how to love. But here's what God says for them to do. We're going to learn in the story that God says they have to walk around the town, blow on their trumpets, and then the walls will come down. Do you think that could actually happen? No. Okay. So I'm going to read the story and you guys can act it out. So you're going to need to stand up and be ready to march around because God's people all marched around. And if you made your trumpet, you can do your trumpet, or you can just make a trumpet with your hands when it comes time. So you're going to have to blow your trumpets loud, and you're going to have, there's also shouting that happens. There's walking around. So when I give you the instructions, you can do it. So here's the story. God told Joshua, there is something you should know. It's about a city called Jericho. The people there are wicked. So I'm going to give you their town, but the walls have to come down. So God told Joshua exactly what to do. And then God told Joshua to tell all the people too. So on the first day, the people and Joshua started on their way. First came the soldiers leading the way. Then came some priests with trumpets to play. Let's see your trumpets. The last came the rear guard, but no one made a sound. All around the city, Joshua, the priests, and the soldiers walked. So walk around your city. But everyone was quiet. No one even talked. For 6 days, they marched around the town. So I'm going to count to 6. 1, 2, walk around the town. 3, 4, 5, 6. Joshua was ready to show the town the goodness that they bring. Then the trumpets, get your trumpets, gave a loud blast on the 7th time. Really loud. Blow your trumpets. And then all the people shouted. Oh! Yeah, yeah. All the people shouted and the walls. Oh, you can't see my wall. Oh, there we go. And the walls came tumbling down. Crash, bang. The walls crumbled to the ground. And not a single one was left standing. Joshua gave thanks to God and all the people went in the town to bring God's love to the other people in the town.
Josh.
Oh, Matt, if you were there, do you think you would be scared when all the walls came tumbling down?
I
Oh
would.
man, would you even know it was, if you were in the town, would you know what was going on? And not to mention all the people that Joshua brought with to walk around the town. Do you think they were scared? Do you think they were scared that people might try to throw things at them? Or they didn't have guns back then, but they might have had spears and swords. So they might be worried about being attacked. But our Bible verse says that God told Joshua, "This is my command, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." So even though we talked about being afraid of things, God says, I'm always with you. God will be with you even when you're afraid. Do you think you can be afraid and still be courageous? Can you be afraid and still have courage? Yeah. You know what? Courage and bravery really comes when we are afraid and we follow God and do what we know we should anyway, what God wants us to do. So we can know that even if we are scared, even though we are afraid, God gives us courage. God gives us courage to stand up for what we believe in. So all the people followed Joshua, and then they took the city so they could share God's love. When do you stand up for something you believe in? What do you think? Do you ever have to stand up against something that's wrong, that you know is wrong? Is there anything you've seen happen in school? Somebody does something and you say, that's not right. Treating other people with kindness. Any other ideas?
Black people matter?
What's that?
Black people matter?
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. Black people matter. If you've seen the news at all in the past month, we know that lots of people have been standing up for what is right, standing up for people who are not treated well, that Black people are not treated fairly in this world, and lots of people have been standing up for them and trying to make things change in the world. And it's slow, but hopefully we are seeing a little bit of change. That's a really big one right now. Good job. Black people have a tough time in this world. Black lives matter. I love it. Anything else?
Maybe like bullies at school.
At school, yeah. Bullies at school, standing up to bullies who are not nice, always nice to other kids. Standing up and helping those kids who get picked on. That's a good one. Sometimes do you think protesters on the street, do you think they're afraid when they go out and protest? Or standing up to a bully, do you think you'd be afraid having to stand up to a bully? Does that make you scared at all, do you think? Yes, no, yes. But even if you're scared, God says, I will be with you. So you're all standing up. I'm going to call out your name. And when I call out your name, I want you to stand up and show me your biggest, strong stance, okay? So don't stand up till I call your name. See if I can get them all. We'll start with Maggie. Maggie, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. Show me your big, strong stance. There you go. All right, Lachlan. God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. All right. How about Otto? Stand up for what, Otto, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. Where'd Otto go? Is he hiding in the back? Oh, there he is. Okay, and remind me of your other cousin, the other name. I missed one. Tula. Oh, no, I got it. Tula, right? Tula, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. Yay. Oh, nice big strong arms. All right, Rhoda, do you want to stand up? Rhoda, God is with you. Yay. Stand up for what you believe. All right, Rhoda. All right, Taylor. Taylor, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. All right, Taylor. Okay, Lewis, I can't see you, but Lewis, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. Can you give me a wave off the side? There we go. Yeah. Linnea, God is with you. Stand up for what you believe. All right. So remember this week, as you are going through all the Bible story stuff and everything, you can remember that God is always with you. And I'm going to show you, if you haven't done your craft, the craft is making a trumpet. Can you, Linnea, you made yours. Can you show them your trumpet that you made? It's taking a paper towel or a toilet paper roll, and you should have a cup. You cut the end off your cup and then tape it to your thing, and then you can decorate it. There's some tape in your package, and you can find some markers and decorate your thing. The other craft, every day there's also a community craft. You find a cereal box. You cut your cereal box into a postcard, and it tells you how to do it in the instructions, but we're going to make postcards for our friends at Parmalee. And those you can drop off at church when you're done, and we'll make sure they get to the workers at Parmalee who are taking care of our residents in the assisted living facilities. So recycling and making postcards, you reuse the boxes and we'll get them over there. So that's our community craft that goes out into the community. And finally, there's a game where you can stand up and stand tall. You find a partner and you go back, sit down back to back, and then you have to try to stand up. Just like Joshua stood up against the mean people in Jericho and brought his people, you can stand up for what you believe. So have fun today doing all the projects, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Let's close in prayer. Will you pray with me? So repeat after me, and this might take us a while because there's some delay. So it'll, dear God.
Dear God.
Thank you.
Thank you
For always being with us.
for always being with us.
For giving us courage.
For giving us courage.
When we are afraid.
And we are afraid.
And all God's children said,
Amen.
Amen. All right. Thanks for being here this morning. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow. Have fun with your crafts and games. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Mom.
Bye.